So what is the actual rate of dollar? It is 63 rupees. Selling price, if it is excluding, we have to add all these things. Okay. If inclusive, we should neglect all these items. So if in case any insurance is there, only up to the ports we should consider. The goods will be having different types of package level. Okay. The primary package. Hello my dear students, I am your AJ sir, faculty, Department of Commerce and Management, Vidyashram First Grade College, a temple of excellence, Mysuru. My dear students, today's session is all about indirect tax 2, 6th semester BCom session 4, and topic is value of taxable supply. And in the previous session we were doing problems, and same type of problem we will do in this session also. Let's go to the problem. This is the first problem. Forex Power Limited Mumbai is an authorized currency exchanger. It is doing currency exchange business registered under FEMA Act, Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999. It enters into the following transaction of the money changing. It sold $12,000 at rupees 65. $1 equals to 65, and it purchased 1,000 cent. 1 cent equals to 70 rupees. It purchased 1,000 GBP. It is a type of currency at rupees 1 GBP equals to 98 rupees, and it sold 50,000 units of currency at ABC currency at rupee 1 ABC equals to, it is, let's make it 15 rupees. 15 rupees, and it sold $11,500 for 6,800. Let's make it 6,800. And also one more information we will add. It's for commission. It's selling. Commission is 1% commission. Commission. This is the information they have given. And RBI reference rate on the various currencies are, so for $1 equals to 63 rupees, 1 euro or 1 cent equals to 71 rupees, and 1 GBP equals to 100 rupees. This is the information and they have given. Compute the taxable value of supply of service and tax thereon if all charges are exclusive of GST. See, all the transaction are exclusive of GST. So, and also the GST rate is 18%. See, once again, so it is selling the $12,000 for at rupees 65, and also it purchased 1,000 cents or euros at rupees 70. It purchased 1,000 GBP at rupees 98 rupees. What is the cost of the GBP? For 1 GBP it is 98 rupees, and sold 50,000 units of currency at ABC. 1 ABC equals to 15 rupees, and it sold 11,500 USDs for 6,800 GBP. So, and it is also charging 1% commission for its selling of the currency. This is the problem. And also the actual RBI rate is 63 rupees, and also euro for 71 rupees and GBP for 100 rupees. And what is the actual chargeable or actual value of the supply of service? And the GST rate of the service is 18%. Let's calculate here. See, sale of 12,000 US dollars. So, selling rate of RBI refers to the actual rate. So, see, what is the actual RBI rate? What we are selling? We are selling, see, dollars. So, what is the actual rate of dollar? It is 63 rupees. But at what rupees we are selling? 65 rupees means what is the commission we are charging? 2 rupees commission, no. See, 65 minus 62 equals to 63 equals to 2 rupees commission we are getting. Okay. So, here selling rate of actual rate into units of foreign currency sold equals to 65 is the RBI rate, 63 is the actual RBI rate, and 65 is the what we are selling. That is the profit is 2 rupees. And how many units of dollars we sold? $12,000 we sold. So what is the commission we are getting? We are getting commission of 24,000. 2 into $12,000 equals to 24,000 commission we got. See, we should levy the tax on profit, not actual cost of the transaction. We should levy the tax only on the profit of service or product. Keep this in mind. Next one, purchase of 1,000 euro. Okay, so they have purchased for, look at the question. See, what is the actual cost of purchase? For 1 cent it is 70 rupees. But they paid how much? Now, what is the RBI charge? It is 71 rupees. So, what is the profit they made here? Again, 1 rupees profit they will make. So, 1 rupees into 1,000, they will get 1,000 commission here also. And also purchase of 1,000 GBP currency. So, what is the RBI rate here? Here GBP RBI rate is 100 rupees. But they are charging how much? 98 rupees. Here also they are getting 2 rupees commission. So let's calculate here. So 2 rupees. So that means 2 rupees into 1,000. Here also they will get 2,000 commission. And also sale of 50,000 units of ABC currency. So what is the rate here? See, 50,000 units of ABC currency at rupees 15 rupees. At rupee 1 ABC equals to 15 rupees. So how much they will get here? Again here. So 15 rupees equals to 1 rupees commission. Here they have given the further information. So 1 rupee, 1% commission they are charging here. So 1% commission means, so 50,000 into 15 rupees into 1 rupees commission they charge. They will get, so 50,000 into 15 rupees equals to 7,50,000 will get. So 7 lakh into 1% equals to 7,500. Next one, direct conversion of GBP currency into dollars at rupees 1% of commission. So in this, if they give like this, so we have two option amount A and amount B, whichever lower we should consider. See, look at the problem here. See, what is the transaction amount here? $11,000 we are exchanging, means swapping, at rupees 6,800. So come to the problem. So 11,000 into, what is the RBI rate here? Look at the RBI rate, 63 rupees. So if you 11,000 into 63 rupees, you will get 7,24,500. So come to the amount 2 is 6,800. It is 6,800. What is the RBI rate here? For rupees, it is 100 rupees. 100 rupees for GBP. So what is the amount it will become? It will become 6,80,000. So whichever is lesser. So we have to calculate the percentage at 1 rupees. So if they calculate this is the 6,80,000 is the amount on this 1% commission, 1 by 100. So you will get 6,800 is the commission. See, once again I am explaining. See, total amount for the dollar is 63 rupees. Swapping 7,24,500. So for GBP is, what is the actual? 100 rupees. So look at the problem. 100 rupees is the actual. For 1 GBP, 100 rupees we have to pay. So then you will get 6,80,000, and they will charge 1% commission on this. While selecting, they have to select whichever is lower, they have to select, and also you will get 6,80,000. On this amount, they will have to charge 1% commission. Then they will get 6,800 rupees commission. If you add all these things, you will get 41,300 is the total value of supply. This is the total value of profit they are making. On this, they have to make the GST payable. So 41,300 into total GST. So the GST will be divided as CGST and SGST. So CGST, so 18% means, so 9% goes to state. Remaining 9% goes to central. CGST and SGST. So 9 by 100. They will add all the amount, then you will get 41,300 into 9% of SGST, you will get 3,717. Again also here for this 41,300 into 9% of CGST, you will get 3,717. The total value you have to pay. This is the tax you have to pay. Let's go to the next slide, next problem. See, this is the actual problem. This type of actual problem. This is the actual problem what you get in the exam. See, in exam, you have to calculate the computation of taxable value of supply and GST payable. Here, selling price, if it is excluding, we have to add all these things. Okay. If inclusive, we should neglect all these items and we should move on to the calculation of tax. Keep this in mind. We have to make sure whether it is the following items are excluding or including in the problem. Please be careful while doing the problem. If it is excluding, we should add back. Okay, excluding means it is the following items are not included. So we have to include while calculation of valuation of supply. If it is already included, we should not consider, we should neglect it. Keep this in mind. Excluding, add it. If it is not, if it is including, don't add it, just neglect it. That's it. Okay. If excluding, add all, not the all the items which is not included. First one, so what is the actual selling price? Selling price will be something. For example, let's take 1 lakh rupees. So that is the actual production cost of the product. Okay. After production cost, there are other charges will be included in the process of transaction. What are those? First one, inspection charges will be there in the port. For example, I am sending the goods to America. Okay, in Indian port also it has to be inspection will be there, and when it reaches to America, there also inspection charges they have to, it will be applicable. So inspection charges. Next one, advertising and publicity expenses. Next one, packing charges. If it is not included, then we have to include. Next one, discount for advance payment. So if they receive or if the recipient is paid any advance, so for that the supplier of the goods will give some amount of discount, that also we have to add. Then next one, material purchased excluding GST. For example, what do you mean by material purchased? Raw material purchased. So if in case that raw materials inclusive of GST, we should leave the GST. We should only consider the actual price of the material. Next one, material supplied by the buyer on free of cost. But even though if it is free of cost, but while calculation of GST, we should consider that. So it is buyer means what? Recipient of the goods. If he supplies any materials or any other parts, then we should consider that also. Next one, design and development charges. And if in case, if he is sending, the recipient sends some molds of the products, then also we should consider while calculating the valuation of supply. Next one, any subsidies other than the government subsidies. See, any subsidies we can include, but we should not include the government subsidies. Next one, bonus and commission and incentives. Any incentives and bonus and commission is not included in the actual selling price, then also we should include it. That next one, royalty and license fees. If it is not if it is excluded, we should include that. Next one, service and selling expenses. Next point, freight and transport up to the place of delivery. What do you mean by that? Up to the place of delivery means, for example, an American supplier sending the goods to India. Okay, I am the recipient of the goods. So all the freights and charges, transportation charges, insurance, once the goods reached our port, Indian port, then any other charges after reaching Indian port, we should not include it. Okay, only up to the place of our port, Indian port. Once the goods reach Indian port, then we should not include any other charges after goods reaching the Indian port. So any charges, for example, it may be freight, it may be insurance charges and freight charges, transportation charges up to place of delivery. That means up to place delivery means Indian port. So once the product reached, goods reached Indian ports, after that goods reached the Indian port, so any other charges occurred, it may be transportation from port to factory and other insurance from port to factory, we should not include here. So only once the goods reached our port or place of delivery, after transaction cannot be included only before reaching the port or before goods reaching the ports. Those charges we can added. Next one, installation charges if shown in the invoice. So only shown in the bill we can add back here. Next one, insurance up to the place of delivery. That's what. So if in case any insurance is there, only up to the ports we should consider. After once the goods reaches the port, then we should not consider any other charges. Next one, import inclusive of BCD, that means basic custom duty excluding IGST, integrated GST. So we can add basic custom duty, but we should not add IGST. Next one, loading and handling charges. So only loading and handling charges in the port or up to goods reaching the port. So if in case they give in loading and unloading charges, handling charges, once the goods reach the port, then we should not consider. Next one, warranty expenses. So add all these items here also, right? Add all the amount here which is excluded while calculating the value of supply and added here, total it here and add back to this amount. So this 1 lakh rupees plus all the amount here, and this is also up to here. So add it and it will become actual value. Grand total is the actual value of supply. So this one plus this one will get grand total. That is the actual value of supply. So transaction value or taxable value of supply. Let's go to the first problem. So once you know the actual format of the problem, all the problems will be same. Next one. From the following information, compute the value of taxable supply as per section 15 of the CGST, Central GST Act 2017. So this is the problem. Let's see the problem. First one, contracted value of supply of goods. What is the actual contract value of supply including the GST 18%? This is included. Okay. 18% is 12 lakh. Next one, the value of supply includes the following. What are the items included here? Cost of primary package. Primary package means the first package. See, the goods will be having different types of package level. Okay, the primary package, secondary package according to the transportation. For example, if the goods goes on road transportation, then we have to give more production to the goods because roads may be good or bad. That's why in order to protect the goods, we give one more coat of package, that is secondary package, in order to protect the goods. Okay, so primary package means first level of package. And next point, cost of protective packaging at recipient's request for safe transaction. What do you mean by that? See, the recipient or the customer of the goods will order or will give information about the other packaging. What do you mean by that? See, for example, there will be so many problems in transportation. It may be road, there will be no good roads for the delivery place, and also goods has to move from one mode of transportation to another mode of transportation. While sending goods, we will send the goods on rail, and also it will be transfer from rail mode of transportation to the ship. Okay, then again from ship to, once the goods reach to their port, American port or any foreign country's port, again goods has to be kept from ship to rail or road transportation. Because of so many modes of transportation involved in the goods delivery, there are chances for the damages of the goods. Because of this reason, so customer or the recipient of the goods will ask for one more coat of packaging. That's what we call as protective packaging. If that item is not included in the value of supply, we have to include it. Next one, design and engineering charges. It is also amount is 75,000. Next one, other information, commission paid to agent by the recipient on instruction of supplier. So any commission paid by the recipient. Next one, freight and insurance charges paid by recipient on behalf of the supplier, 70,000. These are the information they have given. Let's look at the solution. So what is the actual contract value of goods? 12 lakh. Next one, add commission. See, Already they have given including GST means what? These are all the items including the value of cost of primary package, cost of productive packaging, and design and development charges is also already included. This is, so please keep this in mind. If they including, we should not include all these items. If they give excluding, we should add these type of items. Okay. Next one. So already they have included these items and other information. Commission paid to agent recipient on the instruction of supplier. So that one we can add here. So commission paid to agent is 18,000. They are given here 18,000. We are adding 18,000. And next one, freight and insurance charges paid by recipient on behalf of the supplier. Even though it is paid by supplier or it is paid by the recipient, we have to add it here. So it is 70,000. Next one, total tax value is, it is, total is 12,88,000. Next one, less GST. So GST is already included. See here, he has given GST already included. How to calculate this? So it is total value of transaction is 12,88,000 into GST. GST already included, we have to exclude the GST. So how to exclude the GST? 18 by 118. So calculate this. So you'll get, we can exclude the GST. What is the GST? 1,96,475 is the GST amount. So you deduct the amount here. So you'll get 10,91,525 rupees. This is the actual cost of the supply excluding GST. So again remove the GST. Again we have to add back the GST because we don't know the actual price of the product. See, this product is here, it is already GST inclusive. So we have to add back, we have to remove the GST from the total value of the supply. Again we have to add back the GST value or rate of GST. Now we got the actual amount. Again we have to calculate the value of GST. Again on this amount, if you calculate it, so 10,91,525 into 18%, you'll get an amount of GST. So you'll get the GST again out of 18,000, remove 9% CGST, 9% SGST, you'll get the amount. Now in the next class, we will calculate computation of taxable value and also GST payable. So in the previous problem, we only calculated how to calculate the value of supply. In the next problem, we will calculate GST payable also. It's very easy subject, interesting subject, and also marks oriented. Please try to understand all the problems. If you have any doubts, any queries, please leave a comment below. Till then, thank you so much. See you in the next session.